Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Today I'm back working on the 650 V-Star, and I found a new oil leak. Now let's see, get this light where y'all can see. Make sure I got the camera about right. Now if you'll see, this is good and shiny all the way around until it gets right back down to right here. Alright, right here is where the oil leak is. Alright, what it's doing is coming out from around the timing chain, this camshaft cover, and what it's doing is running down and running behind and then running down and getting on the floor. Right there and there. But anyway, I have located a new oil leak, and is on a Sunday, and they ain't nothing really open that would have the large O-rings that I know of. So what I'm gonna hopefully do, this is an O-ring that is a little bit small, and I'm wondering if I could stretch it over and hopefully make it seal. Another thing I thought about doing is putting some silicone on it, but the problem is, if you look right in here where they notched all this out, I don't know if silicone will stay right there or right here. Now it goes on there just like so. Alright, you got a vent tube that hooks to it, and I'm here to tell y'all, it's a fun little ordeal to get out of there, because you don't have that much room to work with anything, and them plastic pieces right there is real easy. You can break them if you ain't careful. What you do, you got 4 screws that holds this top on. All right, when you remove that, you can slide it over. Look in there, you got a 10mm bolt that holds that down. All right, remove that, then you can slide that forward and move it out of the way. Then you can work that piece out. But yeah, I have discovered a new oil leak, and you can see just how much oil has done run down. And I thought I had all the oil leaks finally fixed. Then this one comes up, y'all. But yeah, you can see right there, I didn't wipe it because I wanted y'all to see that. But let's see. All right, go ahead and wipe it now. Look how clean it is. Well, my rag is kind of dirty. But anyway, right in here is where that oil leak was. Or is. Not was, but is. And needless to say, I got to figure something out right here. I ain't quite got everything figured out, and I don't want to leave it tore down for any period of time, just to get an O-ring that will supposedly go back on it. Yeah, that little clip all in the way up in there. But yeah, I have a leak right here, and it's running, like I said, it's running back down all around in here. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's saturated with oil. Okay, well, I'm gonna do, another thing too. I noticed this O-ring is loose. It's not that tight. I was moving it around earlier, and you see right there, it's loose as it can be. But yeah, I got to figure out something on this right quick like. Alright, well folks, let me get my hands kind of halfway clean. Anyway, folks, I'll be right back in just a minute or two. I just got to figure out what I want to do right here. Okay, be right back. Okay, what I have done, I have taken some black RTV sealant and put around it. And now the fun part is putting it all back together. And I don't know if I'm going to do all this on camera. But the aggravating part, getting that hose to go back on there. That's going to be the fun part, because that cover is all in the way. And you know, they just really ain't that much room, y'all. Let's see, slide that back that way. See if I can slide this on. Just like that. Get that clip to go over it. Come on now. Come on. Don't do me this way. Okay. Now work all this back down underneath there. What the devil? Something's got it. Make sure that clip is not in the way right there. Alright, now these two bolts, and this two bolts is the only thing that holds this cover on. And two, I cleaned everything with brake clean, and I cleaned the O-ring, and then I stuck it back on. Then I pushed it back on there, and it's like, that felt a lot tighter to me going on than it was coming off. Now here's a fun little deal right here. Make sure that clip is. You have to just feel where that clip is. And I got both of the ears pointing toward the back. Now, work this back under. Yeah, you just about can't see nothing. Let's see, it's supposed to slide in. Right there. Then that little aggravating 10mm bolt goes, get in there. I think I got it. It is a little tight in there, y'all. Now I got my light in the way. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing right there, but I'm trying to tighten this little 10mm bolt. Okay, now once that cover's on, that little screw goes here. If I'm not mistaken, these is little 5mm hex, well, Allen's. Okay. what's going on here. There we go. That vent tube is right up in there, and it goes between all that, and you got two bolts on the other side. Okay, well folks, I'm gonna go ahead and put the other two bolts on. Probably go ahead and mount the gas tank back down, hose all this off with some brake clean it real good. And just go from there. Might take it down the road for a little ways. Make sure that's on, that choke is on this side. Okay, well folks, I'll be right back. Okay, I have got it all stuck back together, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait before I take this brake cleaner and clean off the rest of that oil that's back here on the back side. What I want to do is make sure that silicone is cured. Anyway, I've been sitting here thinking and looking at this, and right where that spot was, if you get to thinking about it, when the motorcycle is on its kickstand, that's going to be the lowest spot of that O-ring place where it's possible it could leak oil. So from when I rode it the other day, it didn't show no oil leak for a couple of days. Then all of a sudden it just boomed right there on the floor. It's like, well, doggone it. Anyway, the thing is, like I said, I was thinking about it, and you know, being the low spot and where that spot was, where the oil run through and caused that stain, that oil stain that was on there that I showed you, it was shiny all the way around, but except for one little section. So anyway, I think, fingers crossed, I got it. I don't know, but if this does not work, then I know what O-ring to get a hold to, and then, you know, do it all over again, like remove these 4 bolts that's on top right here, then remove that 110mm bolt that's inside there, slide that forward, take these 2 loose, take that hose off and slide it back out, put a new O-ring on it, clean everything up, put everything back together. But yeah, if y'all have a oil leak on your 650 and you can't find it, just look back here on the back side and see if it's real oily back in here. And if it is, then more than likely, unfortunately, your O-ring is leaking. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to point that out. I really hope nobody else is having this problem, because that will drive you crazy. But anyway, what I'm gonna do, I thought about letting it sit here for, you know, a couple hours, let that silicone cure. But what I think I might end up doing is just let it sit overnight, come back tomorrow and take it for a ride and see how everything is going. But yeah, this little 650 oil leaks, you know, has been getting to me a little bit. But I think maybe, hopefully, I got it. Now, the O-ring on the front side, I don't see where it could ever really actually leak, because when the motorcycle is sitting on the kickstand, it's sitting this way, and that O-ring is on that side. So all the oil is taken away from that O-ring. Where this O-ring, the oil is still there, and it puddles right there in that little section, and that's where it's a highly possibility of you having an oil leak like what I have had with this one. Alright, well, I think I'll wait till tomorrow before I take it out. You know, like I said, I just want to let that cure. That way, hopefully, fingers crossed, no more oil leaks. That would be great. I would be very, extremely happy. Now, this is a nice little bike, y'all, believe it or not. It's a fun little bike. You know, it's a, you know, like for a beginner or something like that. I mean, it'd be it's perfect size. But anyway, I'll be right back. It'll be tomorrow, but I'll be right back. You know, finish putting the seat together, well, put the seat on, and take it out tomorrow. Get it off my little scissor jack over there. I'm gonna just let it set like this overnight. It should be just fine. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. That's the reason why I like my little scissors jacks. Now, I wish I had my other one, that way I can put pressure against this side, and I know for a fact it won't go nowhere. But the other one is at my place, at the house. Okay, well, folks, I'll be right back. It'll be tomorrow. I'll be right back. Well, folks, here it is. It's the next day, and we got rain. Doggone it. If there ain't one thing, it's something else. Anyway, I want to apologize about the camera angle that I was doing yesterday, and when I seen that last night, I'm thinking to myself, boy howdy, one day you'll get it right. You'll get it right. I know you'll get it right. But anyway, folks, I apologize about the camera angle of yesterday when I was working on getting this cover off right here and all. Maybe I can keep the camera in the right angle. But I apologize about all this. I wish I did it a little bit better. But there's also another thing I'm thinking about too. When I was cleaning up everything yesterday afternoon, I noticed that there was a lot of oil on the bottom of the bolt. It goes on this rocker arm cover right in here. And you know, I got a suspicion that this cover is possibly leaking also. Now, it has two 10mm bolts that holds it on. So what I done yesterday, I called a friend of mine and got her to look up the part numbers and all, and got her to order some O-rings for it. And they're supposed to be here tomorrow. But the thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take the bike out today, because they were, you know, predicting some more flash flood warnings. And it's like, dadgummit. So what I might end up doing is leveling the bike, because I got it leaned over right now, you know, to make sure that silicone and everything cured overnight. What I probably do is level the bike, crank it, let it run, and see if I have a oil leak right there. Then again, it might clear up later on this afternoon to where I can take the bike out and take it around the short block, just to see if I'm going to have a leak. But I got a feeling that might have one on this cover right here. And that's going to be a fun little cover to remove right there, because there ain't much room in there. As you can tell, I just can't get my fingers between the cover and the rocker arm cover and the side cover. But I have to remove the side cover, go ahead and remove the seat. I might end up lifting the tank up once again, I don't know. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and level the bike and crank it up, let it run, and hopefully it won't have any oil leaks like I said, maybe I can get this thing out and ride it a little bit this afternoon. Okay, folks, be right back. Okay, I reckon the rain's out of here for right now. Anyway, I'm fixing to take the little 650 around the short block and see if I got an oil leak. And I let it run a couple of times, about 15 minutes each time, and was checking for any oil leaks. I didn't see none. So I'm gonna take her on down the road and see if, man, what a mess right there. Yeah, I could have made that. No, I didn't want to take a chance on it. Oh well. Yeah, somebody has bumped my mirrors. Get my gloves. Oh, man. Oh, well. I reckon I'm just in such a hurry to try this that I forgot to get my gloves. And we're supposed to have some more rain coming in here tonight. Might get it in here and let it sit overnight and see if I got an oil leak. Yeah. There we go. We are in neutral. Okay. Yeah, when I cleaned this thing yesterday, I noticed that there was a lot of oil stuff built up right there. Let's see, I'm gonna take a look at something right quick like. Yep. Okay, folks, I still have an oil leak. It's right there underneath that cover. Like, I bet you the daggum light was in the way. But I see some oil right there. Yep. Okay, so that tells me that the rocker arm cover is leaking. Alright, now that's okay, because I should have some O-rings coming in tomorrow. I'll just pick them up tomorrow. Alright, well, I reckon that'll do it for this video. It's been, you know, kind of long, but I did find one leak. I got that problem solved. It was the camshaft cover. I feel like that is definitely taken care of. Ooh, that's hot. But there's no oil on the back side, but I do have a leak right there at the rocker arm cover. So I'll get that taken care of, and hopefully no more oil leaks. Alright, that'll do it. Thank you for watching. I'll probably do a short video on changing the gasket also. Okay, well, thank you for watching.